Basics of electrical engineering. In electrical engineering is one of the subject electrical machine. So the subtopics of this electrical machine, we have static transformer, DC machine, DC motor, DC generator, alternators, synchronous motors, induction motors. Many subtopics are present. In that, we are seeing a small topic which is called as transformer. What is the working principle of the transformer? What is the applications of transformer? So why this transformer is required? The generating station will be producing 33 kV. So we need a high power transmission transformer. Then for distribution, low voltage transformer is required. In distribution, for home appliances, we have to give 220 voltage, and for industries, it is 440 voltage. For distribution, it will be stepping down the voltage. So power is generated is common, and that is unaltered. We are changing the voltage and we are using it for different application. And transformers can also be used as an instrumentation transformers. The high level of voltage and current which cannot be measured by a normal meters can be measured by the instrumentation transformers. It also acts like an isolator. It acts like a voltage stabilizer. So many such applications are possible in this transformer. So we'll go for the next. So what is a transformer? A transformer is an AC static electrical device. It is not a running device. So it is a static electrical device. So it is used to increase or decrease the voltage by keeping constant frequency and constant power. So power is equal to V into I. Power is equal to product of voltage and current. If voltage is increased, current will get reduced. So this is the product equation. When voltage is decreased, current will get increased. For a high voltage transmission, current will become very minimum. Losses will become very less. So for different application, they transmit the voltage in very high level, high voltage transmission, because the current will become very less. I square R loss will be very less. So these are the uses of the transformers. The transformers works on the principle of electromagnetic induction and mutual induction. The transformer works on the principle, two principles we have. One is electromagnetic induction and mutual induction. So the transformer is having two coils. One is called as the primary coil and another one is called as the secondary coil. And in between we have a common which is called as the core. The core is used to transfer the flux to the secondary winding. So that will link to the secondary winding. So that's why the core is present. Now this is the picture of a transformer. When an alternating voltage is supplied to the primary of a transformer, alternating voltage is continuously changing its direction and continuously changing its amplitude. It is changing with respect to time. So when it is changing, an alternating flux is created in the primary winding. This alternating flux will take a common link through this core, and that is getting linked to the secondary winding. So now the secondary winding will also get the alternating flux. So this is the principle which is called as the electromagnetic induction principle. Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction principle. Then according to this principle, EMF is getting induced in the primary winding. And now this EMF get induced to the secondary winding by a mutually induced EMF with the mutual induction principle. The induced EMF in the secondary winding, if the circuit is closed, it drives the current to the secondary winding. So when it drives the current to the secondary winding, when the load is connected to that, the circuit is closed. Then it seems that the power from the primary winding is transferred to the secondary winding. So that's it. when a alternating current or alternating voltage is supplied to the primary winding, an alternating flux is created. That flux will take a common link, that is a core, to transfer its magnetic flux to the secondary winding. This will induce an EMF in the primary winding. That EMF is called as E1. The same EMF is mutually induced to the secondary winding, that is called as E2. And when the circuit is closed, it will drive the current. So now the power is transferred from the primary to the secondary. So no electrical connection between the primary and secondary. No wire is getting connected. The only thing, it is connected magnetically by the laws of Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, and by the mutual induction, it is getting connected. So no electrical connection in this. So the equation for the induced EMF in the primary winding is 4.44 constant frequency maximum flux into N1 number of turns. And to the secondary, E2 is equal to 4.44 F maximum flux into N2 number of turns. So this N1 and N2 number of turns depends upon the voltage. So when voltage is increased or decreased, N1 by N2 is equal to V1 by V2 is equal to I2 by I1. So that is the equation. So this is the working principle of transformer. Next, what is the applications of transformer? The transformer is used in a protecting device. It is used in steel manufacturing of different process. Steel manufacturing requires different voltages for cooling, for melting. So steel manufacturing requires for different process. So transformer is required to give different voltages. So it is used to measure voltage, current, all electrical parameters. Very high voltage and current, not small voltage and current. Voltage and current can be measured by a normal voltmeter and ammeter. But very high voltage cannot be measured by the meters like voltmeter and ammeter. That is measured by the instrumentation transformer. It is used as an isolator. It is used in power transmission and distribution. A transformer with multiple secondaries or used in multiple secondaries will be there to produce different voltages. So that is used in radio, TV receiver, computers, many applications. And the transformers are used as a voltage regulator. These are the applications of transformer. So we have seen what is the working of a transformer and what is the application of the transformers. Next, we will see what are the types of the transformers and what are the losses in the transformers. Thank you for listening.